Welcome to the WRAL Daily Download. I'm Luis Fernandez. As of Thursday night, we have 7 straight WRAL Weather Alert days. There's been plenty of rain. Most of our area seeing multiple inches of rainfall. Let's circle back, though. What is a WRAL Weather Alert Day? How do we get one? I spoke with WRAL meteorologist Aimee Wilmoth for the WRAL YouTube page. She breaks it all down. Aimee, we are here today to talk about something very important, near and dear to the heart of the meteorologists here, the WRAL Weather Alert Day. 7 days in a row of Weather Alert Days as of this recording on Thursday, July 23rd. But that's not necessarily the norm, especially this year.
No, I think we've done this twice now. So that's the second time that we've done 7 in a row. It's a very rare occurrence for us, but it's really picked up as of late. And a lot of people are like, boy, we're having a lot of weather alert days. And we have. It's just changed. The pattern has changed. Back in the spring, it was not as active. And you can take a look at this. In March, we only had 2 weather alert days. April, we only had 1. May, we only had 1. That's very, very unusual. And storm reports, we had 158. Most of those were wind damage reports. So it was quiet in the spring. We've been talking about the drought. We just didn't have a lot in the spring. And then things have really changed for the summer months. The activity has really picked up. We've been pretty busy.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, as we've been all day running around covering everything related to this weather we've gotten on Thursday. And by the way, if you're watching, please be sure to like and subscribe. I wanted to go ahead and look now at what this change has been, because we go from, man, there's not much happening, we have a drought situation going on, to all of a sudden, wow, hey, it's summer in North Carolina.
That's right. We've had some tropical moisture increase across the area. We've had some fronts moving through. And so in June, we had 10 weather alert days. And so far for the month of July, we've had 17 days. That's 51% of the summer. And we've had 406 storm reports.
Wow.
And every single one of these, there's 27 this summer. Every single one of these has validated. Is that the word I'm looking for? Except for one.
Okay.
So every single one was warranted based on our criteria for weather alert days.
Okay, so you mentioned the criteria for weather alert days, right? When we issue weather alert days, maybe sometimes people wonder, okay, what does this mean? Why is this happening? Can you tell us a little bit about what triggers an alert day?
Sure, this is the first time we're telling our viewers this, and I think it's kind of cool.
Exclusive here on the WRAL YouTube page.
It's kind of cool to give them a kind of behind the scenes look at what we're looking at to determine whether or not we need to issue a weather alert day. So number 1 on the list, impact based. And what that means, is it going to impact your normal daily routine? Morning commute, evening commute? Is there a big outdoor event like a concert or state fair that the weather is going to impact people while they're out and about? So we look at that every single day.
So just as an example here, right, on this Thursday that we're recording this, you had rain during the morning commute, and you have a large, Guns N' Roses concert at Carter Finley Stadium. So that really seems to check off that impact-based portion.
Yeah, we can check that off for today's weather alert day for sure. And then second on the list, severe weather. We have the risk of 1 to 5. That's our levels. And when we see a level 2 risk or higher, that's going to automatically mean we're going to issue a weather alert day. And you might ask, well, why don't you issue one if we have a level 1 risk? We get a lot of those, and these are issued by the Storm Prediction Center in Oklahoma. So they're looking at like big picture severe weather, and they do a great job, but we get a lot of level 1 severe risks, and they don't always pan out. So sometimes we might issue one for level 1 if we think, yeah, there's going to be some severe weather, but a level 2 automatically will trigger a weather alert day.
Okay, so level 2, that's something that you all talk about pretty consistently in your forecast, so good to know. What's next?
Do we have a watch in place? So sometimes the Storm Prediction Center might not see something and we aren't even in a severe threat based on their criteria, but the National Weather Service locally might issue a watch for our area. So if we see one of those, we're going to issue a weather alert day. Now, most of the time, if a watch is in place, we've already reached that number 1 impact-based check mark. So most of the time, we're going to have a weather alert day even before the Weather Service issues a watch. But if a watch is in place, we'll certainly issue one.
Just continues to go into the thorough nature of these weather alert days.
Right.
Now, this not the summer, hopefully, but what's this next one?
Snow and ice. We're not the Northeast. We don't handle snow and ice very well around here.
Can confirm.
And it pretty much shuts things down if we get anything on area roadways. So we're going to issue a weather alert day if we expect snow or ice in the forecast. That's a guarantee.
What's this one?
Tropical impacts.
Yes.
Okay, so with the change in our climate, things are getting warmer and warmer. A lot of these tropical systems are lasting longer inland. And so tropical impacts. Will we see tropical impacts in our area? We're going to issue a weather alert day. Think back to Helene, Debbie, those storms. We had weather alert days in place. We had big impacts there. So that's going to trigger a weather alert day as well.
Pretty straightforward for sure. Now, this next one I think is very interesting. Can you talk about this?
Yeah, a lot of people, they have big feelings on this one. Dangerous heat. I'll hear from viewers, we know it's hot. Why are you telling us it's a weather alert day just because it's hot? Heat is the #1 weather fatality across the country.
Dangerous.
And so we want people to know. I mean, maybe you're a super healthy person and you don't have to worry about the heat, or you don't work outside and you don't have to worry about the impacts of heat. But some people do. If you have heart issues, if you have respiratory issues, it's going to be very hard for you to do your normal daily thing. And for people that work outside, this is going to impact them. So we do issue one for dangerous heat. And what that means is a heat index of 105 or higher. And that's when we'll go under a heat advisory from the National Weather Service. So heat plays a role.
And I think that's an important thing there too. There's a very specific number you all are looking for in that too. It's fascinating perspective. And this last one?
High wind warning. So sometimes we'll get wind advisories. We're not going to issue one for that. But a high wind warning means we're going to have some very strong winds, and we're likely going to see trees come down, power outages. This is very rare. In fact, I can't remember the last time we had a high wind warning in our area. But if we do have a high wind warning from the National Weather Service, then we will go ahead and trigger a weather alert day.
This is, I think, for viewers who are listening, who are watching, I think this is really nice to see and to have in front of them to understand that it's not just, weather alert day, why not? Let's see what happens.
No, and we have so many conversations. Every time we issue a weather alert day, we have conversations with our news director, with our management team. We'll start days in advance, starting that conversation with our management team and the meteorologists with emails saying, hey, we're watching this. We're considering a weather alert day, just to give everybody a heads up. But it's not like we just say, hey, let's just go ahead and issue a weather alert day. We have to meet at least one of these for us to do it.
Well, and it's just listening to your all's forecast. I probably listen to the forecast a little bit more than most people, I'd say. But, you can almost tell sometimes ahead of time, hey, got to circle this day, this might be a weather alert day. And then oftentimes just kind of confirming information that you've been talking about for days and days ahead of these particular days. Yeah,
we've had so many lately. I hope it kind of settles down a little bit. But yeah, I think it's kind of fun to give viewers kind of the inside look as to how we do this here in the Weather Center. As of
today, Thursday, July 23rd, 7 weather alert days in a row. Maybe everyone can kind of take a breath. That sounds great to me.
I don't want to break a record tomorrow with 8.
No.
Thank you for listening to the WRAL Daily Download and for making us part of your morning routine. Find the latest North Carolina news on our YouTube page. Just search WRAL. Another great way to get WRAL news is the Morning Briefing newsletter. It's a daily email with Triangle news, events, and headlines to help you get ready for the day. Sign up at WRAL.com/newsletter.